At the beginning of budget session, Prime Minister greeted the nation with Ram Ram. PM both began and ended his media interaction with the same greeting, calling it 2024 की राम राम.
आप सभी को 2024 के वर्ष का राम राम. साथियों, इस नए संसद भवन में जो पहला सत्र हुआ था, उसके आखिर में इस संसद ने एक बहुत ही गरिमापूर्ण फैसला लिया था. सर्वस्पर्शी विकास हो रहा है, सर्वांगीण विकास हो रहा है, सर्वसमावेशक विकास हो रहा है. ये यात्रा जनता जनार्दन के आशीर्वाद से निरंतर बनी रहेगी. इसी विश्वास के साथ फिर आप सभी को मेरा राम राम.
And when the president arrived in the parliament, address to the joint sitting of both houses happened. Jai Shree Ram chants echoed inside the house on multiple occasions. Soon after the conclusion of national anthem, parliamentarians once again raised the slogans of Jai Shree Ram right before the president had started her address. The president in her address also hailed the construction of Ram Temple as a historic milestone. She said that it was a desire that had been left unfulfilled for centuries and has only now become a reality.
इतिहास में भी ऐसे अनेक पड़ाव आए. इस वर्ष 22 जनवरी को भी देश ऐसे ही एक पड़ाव का साक्षी बना है. सदियों की प्रतीक्षा के बाद अयोध्या में रामलला अपने भव्य मंदिर में विराजमान. ये करोड़ों देशवासियों की इच्छा और आस्था का प्रश्न था, जिसका उत्तर देश ने पूरे सद्भाव के साथ खोजा है.
And this Ram Leher hasn't just in Ram Bhakti. Devotees have been gathering in Ayodhya in lakhs almost every day since the temple doors were thrown open to the general public. And now, in what appears to be a bit to counter BJP's temple push, Karnataka Congress government has proposed to renovate 100 Ram temples across the state. The budget proposal of the Mujra department has been submitted to the Chief Minister. It lists a plan to renovate 100 temples at the cost of 1 crore each, totaling a whopping 100 crores.
We have submitted to Chief Minister, including Rama temples, even other temples also. We have 35,000 C-grade temples. We requested more money this year. See, these BJP people are duplicated. Actually, we are the Congress people, are the real Hindus, and we are following the culture of Hindutva.
The BJP has accused the Congress of duplicity when it comes to Ram Mandir. BJP says that Congress criticized Pran Pratishtha in Ayodhya and now is planning to spend money on a temple revamp.
This is the dual standard of Congress. When on January 22nd, when Pran Pratishtha was done in Ayodhya of Shree Ramchandra, they criticized like anything. And they said that they are utilizing public money and why Prime Minister and all that. Now they have realized that the support of all these people, especially Hindus and Ram Bhaktas, is sweeping away under their feet. So this is just a gimmick they are trying to do. Just the code of conduct is going to come in next 20-25 days, and if they're going to announce, doesn't make any meaning. They're not going to do it.
Neha, yet another attempt to damage control after the sweeping leher of Ram after Pran Pratishtha.
Well, that's right. Ever since we've seen the growing popularity of the Saffron Party now after the inauguration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya there, the Karnataka Congress government, of course, now in a bid to try and gain ground with voters over here, especially those who are, of course, devotees of Lord Ram. Now in a bid, in fact, they're going to try and renovate about, 100 temples is what we're picking up. 100 lakh that's been set aside for each of these temples, making it an overall, whopping sum there of almost about 10,000 lakhs. Now remember that, even of course as this move comes in now, you have the opposition leaders there who are going on to raise questions about why the dual standards of the Congress party, while on one hand, they were of course speaking against the inauguration of the Ram Temple, making quite a few questionable statements there. But on the other hand, of course, you have them going ahead and going forward with this proposal, most likely, of course, that's been submitted to the budget now.
Do we know any details? When did the conceptualization begin? Was it after Pran Pratishtha date was announced? Had it ever been a part of Congress's promises or the manifesto for elections?
Well, of course, with the budget discussions likely very soon right now in the state of Karnataka, this is a proposal that we're seeing that has, in fact, of course, found its way there to the Chief Minister's desk. The Muzrai department has made a proposal now to, of course, the government that they be allocated funds for the renovation of these old temples. But remember, very specifically, of course, in that proposal that we managed to access there exclusively, it says that, the renovation, of course, of 100 Ram temples, very specifically listed there, even as the Muzrai minister goes on to say that, this is for Ram temples and other temples. The document there, of course, is quite clear. We'll really have to wait and see right now as to when the plan for this renovation, of course, really goes forward, and whether this is going to help the Congress party in the state gain any ground here. At the end of the day, it is, of course, quite a politically charged atmosphere here in the state of Karnataka, and the BJP would like to retain the lion's share of seats that it currently enjoys as far as the parliament elections are concerned.
Ramalinga Reddy, earlier we heard him saying that we in the Congress are real Hindus. On the day of Pran Pratishtha also, there was an attempt to diffuse the limelight by conducting special pujas. The state government had organized special pujas across the state, and now you hear of this fresh proposal for revamp temples, specifically Ram temples across the state. But as you pointed out, Neha, it requires a budget allocation of 100 crores at a time when the state government has on more than one occasion found itself hamstrung for funds, even for the guarantees that it had promised to the people. How will they explain this?
Well, yes, in fact, now that this is something that's still in the proposal stage in the budget right now, it remains to be seen if the government would be able to accept this proposal and go ahead with the Muzrai department's plan to renovate these 100 temples. But at the end of the day, of course, is it really, too little, too late is a question now, of course, that could possibly come up, considering that, the model code of conduct also would come into play shortly once the election dates are announced. And would the government, of course, be able to fulfill this is something that really remains to be seen.
All right, for now, it just looks like Congress's attempt to find favor amongst those voters that may have been alienated after top brass of the Congress decided to give Ayodhya event a miss. Narayanan Tirupati of Tamil Nadu BJP now joins us. Sir, how do you see this attempt by the Congress in Karnataka to woo the Ram Bhakts?
No, at least now I'm happy that the Congress has got some brains to accept Ram. Whereas the Congress government said that Ram is a myth. In the Supreme Court, they filed an affidavit. Now, for the political purposes, after 550 years of struggle we had, now the Congress understands that, Ram is the only word in India. So they are activity what they are doing. I am happy. But this is because of our long fight with the Congress.
But sir, is it too little too late? Can Congress still
No, it's
manage to
not-
convince people?
no,
They say we are the real Hindus in the Congress. Everybody else is just doing this for the sake of
Then
politics.
you ask them only one thing, then why did they file an affidavit in the Supreme Court said that Ram is a myth? That is what they have filed during Ram Setu issue. They have filed that. Now people will understand the dual standards of Congress.
Right. Congress there seems to have been forced to play catch up, but has been left far behind, at least on this front. Thank you, Mr. Tirupati, for joining us.